Hello, my name is Radwan Baroudi. I'm a PhD student in architecture at Okan Istanbul University. I have finished my bachelor degree and master's degree at Beirut Arab University in Lebanon, and then I moved to Istanbul to continue my PhD degree at Istanbul Okan University. In this presentation, I'll talk about eco-cities, a study analysis for Tripoli city, a city in North Lebanon, with the course of Sustainable Planning and Architecture with the Professor Dr. Samih Yildiz. In this presentation, I will start with a small introduction about eco-cities, and then we'll see the eco-cities criteria, and then I will speak about my site location and my site analysis, and then the design concept, and then how to apply the criteria of ecocity on my site. The ecocity concept has been implemented in different cities in order to make them more sustainable. Cities in different parts of the world differ from each other in different aspects. They vary in terms of their capability to take initiatives to become more sustainable. I've made research comparing between 6 eco-cities case studies to know what is the eco-city and the benefit of it, and the most important criteria that should take in consideration while designing the eco-city. My case studies was Curitiba, Brazil, Dangtang, Shanghai, Surat, India, Batikent in Ankara, and Vancouver, Canada, and Freiburg in Germany. After making a comparison between 6 case studies, there was a similar criteria taken in consideration in these examples, like first, economical, increasing the social opportunities by finding more job comparing with the population and by saving money from waste and water management, in addition to reducing the fuel cost. Second, uh, the energy, reducing the fuel usage by using sustainable ways to produce energy like sun cells, photovoltaic cells, wind turbine, and water flow and biomass. Uh, Third, green spaces, increasing green spaces that could decrease the CO2 emission and reduce pollution. Then transportation, make common transportation, decrease the usage of cars by the citizen, which also reduces CO2 emission and reduce fuel usage. And waste management, and finally water management by collecting rainwater and reuse it in other factor, reduce the cost of water uses. The location is a city in the northern of Lebanon, which named Tripoli, which is a city that doesn't have any of the criteria of the eco-city that I speak on before, with an area of 30 square kilometers, with a population about 230,000 person. And this is a map that show the map of Lebanon that show the location of Tripoli with the capital Beirut and into the Mediterranean Sea. Tripoli is the largest city in northern Lebanon and the second largest city in the country, situated 85 kilometers north of the capital Beirut. It is the capital of the North Government and Tripoli district. Tripoli overlooks the eastern Mediterranean Sea, and it's the northernmost seaport in Lebanon. It holds a string of four small islands, and they are also the only island in Lebanon. The history of Tripoli dates back at least to the 14th century BCE, and it has the second highest concentration of Mamluk architecture after Cairo. As my site analysis, I prepared a small SWOT analysis. I have like strength, presence of historical city, presence of the biggest port in Lebanon, presence of an international fair, and the city is near the sea. As weakness, as shown in some pictures, the lack of interest from the municipality, weak of infrastructure, high employment for the young citizen. There's an absence of public parking and also absence of public transportation. As opportunities, there's presence of many historical places, presence of the unbuilt zone, presence of a huge empty land near the port, and now it's a garbage mountain as shown in the picture at the left. And for the threats, as shown also in the pictures, there's irregularity in the majority of the buildings, lack of maintenance, there's a lack of financial support, using of weak material, presence of the garbage mountain. As design concept, I start with dividing the site into multiple zones, like suburb zones, modern zone, empty zone, old city zone, and random zone. And then I'll try to apply the criteria of EcoCity into the, the site or my case study. For example, I need to take the empty zone and I will make like using green energy, connect zones with public transportation to ensure that there's public transportation uh, and sustainable transportation also, and then to collect rainwater and collecting and reuse it with other usage, um, and then to make recycling, to make a waste management in the city, and to choose some location to make also a recycling factory also. And now how to apply the criteria of EcoCity on my site. After dividing my site into multiple zones, I will start with the criteria of transportation criteria by making a common transportation or public transportation with adding some bus station to link between zones. First, I start with adding some public parking location or public uh, uh, bus parking, and then I choose the main road in the city that could link between zones to make like multiple lines for public bus stations, and then put some bus stations um, on each line uh, where in the important sites. And for the bus stop, I tried to design some bus station or bus stop station which could be um, sustainable to take the green energy with the photovoltaic cells and then reuse it with the lighting of the station to be a sustainable bus stop station. After that, uh, there's increasing of the green energy using by specifying some areas to put the photovoltaic screens or and wind turbine, or also as I work on it for making a green energy station or factory for the electricity. Um, I start with the location where which is there. There was a mountain of the garbage in the city. So there's it's an empty land. I put some of the photovoltaic cells to produce energy from sun, and also to ensure that the wind energy couldn't be in the middle of the city. I made it on the in the sea, and there's some calculation for the for the energy uh, using or making a green energy from photovoltaic cells or from wind turbine. And then put a location for a recycling factory to be to make a recycling management and also to ensure that will not be another time a mountain of garbage in the city. And then there's some design proposal for a street present in the city of Tripoli to ensure adding more of green city to increasing the green sites and the green areas, and also to make some renovation for this for the historical site because there's a huge uh, area for the historical city, and there's a lot of historical building, but all of them have uh, damaged by time. So I try to make some uh, some ideas to be to redesign or to rebuild the historical buildings, which also have an economical impact on the city. To increase the greenery or to increase green spaces in the city and also uh, to decrease car usage in the historical cities or in some street in the city. I made some a design proposal for a street present in city of Tripoli, which named Laban Street. And then the photo of the plan of on the left is a street before designing, and then I tried to make more greenery and make like a bicycle line to ensure that it should decrease the car usage in some streets and increase public parkings uh, and some of communication between people to make some benches and green area to sit and uh, to meet each other. Finally, thank you all for listening me, and thank you for Dr. Samih Ariadis for this course.